to hold it like that here, like in the bottom of the racket, and you even have sometimes some of you have this finger outside of the racket and you play like that, and this is like, for me, it's like going to casino. Of course I can play like that, but it's so much harder, and I don't feel safe and I don't feel any control. And every time I say to beginners to start, I get many comments asking where to hold the racket, even when we use semi-Western grip. And in this video I'm gonna cover how you can hold the racket, in which position of the racket, and what's the best grip. And the best grip, you already know, that is semi-Western grip, so this is the grip I recommend. And the semi-Western grip is with the racket facing to the fence and your hand here relaxed, as we always know and I always talk about, and your hand cannot have tension here or this. So usually you start tennis and you play with the continental grip or a little bit Eastern, because it's easier to play and you have more success in the beginning, but long term you cannot progress, and it's going to be really hard to enjoy and to have fun using this grip unless you are super talented. I am not that guy. I don't believe you are, but of course you can be. You can try to beat the statistics, but that is not the grip I recommend. Western grip is also not the grip I recommend, because here it's gonna force too much. You need to play many times with open stance, and when you start, remember, you need to start with closed stance. You need to start sideways. This is the first principle to play tennis, is always to be sideways, and even when you use open stance, you are always sideways. And as a beginner, to be sideways using open stance requires a lot of knowledge, a lot of, you need to rotate your shoulders here, you need to use your abs, and it's really difficult to think in so many things. So the best approach to start tennis is to start with closed stance, one movement more linear, and you play using your body weight against the ball. Going back to our grip, so I really recommend semi-Western grip. This is one of my goals for this channel and for my content, is to help you understand that it's possible to play with semi-Western grip. And in this video I'm going to cover not only how you hold it, in which position, but also how you can correct your mistakes. So starting again with the grip, basically you are holding here, but there is two things that I really recommend before I say what you're gonna miss and how you can correct. And the first thing is to spread more your fingers along the racket, this finger a little bit more like that, and instead of doing this, because most of you are doing here with your hands completely closed, and here is really difficult to have the feeling. So spread more your fingers along the racket and start in this position. Second thing is, I see many of you, because you see professionals or some coach told you to hold it like that here, like in the bottom of the racket, and you even have sometimes, some of you have this finger outside of the racket and you play like that. And this is like, for me, it's like going to casino. Of course I can play like that, but it's so much harder, and I don't feel safe and I don't feel any control. And every time I say to beginners to start with the hand a little bit more up like this, having this space here, everyone or every single one of you has more success, immediate success. All of you say that you have much more feeling, you can brush more the ball, and is more consistent, the forehand. And that's the goal, is to play more aggressive and more consistent, and this is gonna help you. Later, if you wanna change, if you wanna hold it more like that, it's okay. Sometimes I might hold it here also like this, but most of the times I start with my racket here, and I would say maybe more than 90% I start here, because it's so much easier, and you really can control more balls, can be consistent and aggressive at the same time. And this is much easier, and you will enjoy tennis much more. That's why I always insist in this thing. Another important thing is to understand that when you start using semi-Western grip, you're gonna miss more. And the first mistake you're gonna do is missing balls to the net, because you are using semi-Western grip for the first time. You are using the same power as you use for the Eastern grip or continental, so the balls are starting to go to the net, because you don't realize that the semi-Western grip always cuts a little bit the speed, because this grip is going to generate more top spin, and if you use more top spin, the speed is going to be lower. So you need to generate or more speed to the ball for the ball to go deeper and over the net, or ideally play higher balls 2-3 meters over the net. And that is what I recommend, is as a beginner using this grip, use your legs, go down. So when you run to the ball, you run and you go down at the same time, and then when you play, you move up and forward like the plane taking off, and you try to play higher at the same time. You go up and forward with your legs, and always give 2-3 meters. It's easier, like for example, you have the net, just put 2 or 3 rackets over the net and aim that. And not only you avoid mistakes on the net, but also you start to play deeper balls. And the second mistake you do is to open your body too early, because you want to, I don't know, all of you do that. So you are playing, you come out with this hand, and then all your balls are going out cross court to the net. And to prevent this, you need to start using your non-dominant hand, your left hand. You need to rotate your shoulders, and while you prepare, you always need to keep it here. You point with your elbow or do this a little bit with your hand, but the ball is to play on your side and in front of you all the time. It's not too close to the body, and if you take this hand out, you're gonna open, and then only cross court you can play. So always remember to use this hand. And I did a video 2 weeks ago about this with exercises to work on this. Also inside of my course is a step-by-step with that, so I hope you can go there, check, and then you work on that. But the main idea is to actually play on your side here. You point to the side. And these are the basic mistakes, because there is one more mistake that usually you do, but that is not for beginners. That is when the ball is coming too fast and you want to do the normal movement, and you don't realize that if the ball is coming too fast, you cannot go up with the racket, because if the ball is coming deep and fast, if you go up, you're going to lose time and you're going to play here inside of the body. So if the ball comes too fast and deep, you just need to open. And the most important thing is to keep the head of the racket facing down when you play, and from here you will generate much more power. And this actually is not so difficult. You just need to think about, okay, what is the mistake? Another mistake, actually common mistake, is you take your eyes also out too early, either because you lose the balance or because you are curious to see where is going the ball even before you hit it. So you are doing this, you are curious, and you're gonna miss because the head of the racket is gonna open, or you're gonna open also too early your body. So it's really important to keep also your eyes on the ball. And the strategy to this is to show you. So I just grab a few more balls. Is to keep your eyes on the letters of the ball when you contact. So you are here. You try to focus on the letters of the ball, and then you finish. That way you are always focusing on the ball, and try to keep your eyes there until you finish the shot here, and then you look. Okay, don't worry with the other things for now. Just keep the things simple, and simple is the best. I try to summary everything. Let me know if you have more doubts about the grip. Again, hold it a little bit more. Here you will see a huge difference on your game. Spread more your fingers, is going to help you a lot. And if you are a beginner, you can start here because of the grip, to make sure you use the grip. If you are a little bit more advanced, you can start to do this, because you're going to increase the loop of the racket and generate more power to the ball. So again, keep things simple. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this helps, and I'll see you in this video right here. Thank you.